So we start with coordination and control. Okay. So when we
Yes.
talk about coordination, there are two important things that are involved in our coordination of our body. One is nervous system, which is CNS, central nervous system, and other one is peripheral
Yes.
nervous. So central nervous system
ये
include
मैंने पढ़ा हुआ था. Yes.
it includes brain and spinal cord, while the peripheral one, peripheral का meaning क्या होता है? Peripheral means sides.
Peripheral nervous system.
Peripheral means sides, mean the nerves.
Hmm.
Okay, so we are not going to discuss brain and spinal cord in detail, but we are going to discuss nerves or neurons in detail.
Okay.
What is brain, by the way? How do we define brain?
Brain is a human system where it
How do we define it scientifically? Brain is a collection of neurons.
neurons. ठीक है समझ.
Okay, so the neurons are also originating from the like spine and brain, and they are called, if they are originating from brain, they are called as cranial nerves.
Cranial.
Cranial. And if they are originating from spinal cord, then these are called as spinal nerves.
मैं इसमें दोनों की spelling बता दूँ.
It's written. Is my screen not visible?
I cannot see. किधर है?
You need to see the screen because I've added diagrams.
Miss, I can only see the diagrams. The spelling scene is around.
Only CRANIAL. Okay. So when we talk about the neurons has simple structure. This part is called as the cell body. Cell body contains this nucleus and mitochondria. Why mitochondria are very important for the nerve impulses? Because they provide energy for active transport. So what is nerve impulse? The messages are conducted from one neuron to the another neuron with the help of some neurotransmitter, and this is nerve impulse. The signals are transmitted from one neuron to another one, and these are electrical signals.
मिस कभी कभार ऐसे बैठे होते ना तो हाथ पे ऐसे करंट सा लगता है, वो क्या होता है?
Because our body is generating current. ये electrical
This
signals
is
है ना?
electric signals.
Yes,
तो
it's a part of
Okay.
your neurons are basically generating the charge, and they are producing some potential, active potential. Okay, there is one thing called as resting potential, and there is one thing called as active potential. You might have learned this in physics. So active
Yes.
potential, they generate electrical signals. Okay, when electrical signals are created, the nerve impulse is passed on from one neuron to another neuron. Okay, okay, this is cell body.
Okay.
And this long one thing, the fiber, it is known as axon. This fiber is known as axon. It transmits, or it takes the nerve impulse to the next neuron. Are you getting me?
Yes, miss, I'm writing.
Okay. So in some neurons, it is covered with a special type of sheath. We call it sheath. And this sheath is called as myelin sheath. And it has a very specific function. It acts as an insulator and prevents the intermixing of messages.
मिस, ये जब हम चैप्टर कर लेंगे इसके नोट्स आप व्हाट्सएप पे भेज देंगे?
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
इतना समझ आ गया?
हाँ जी,
ठीक है.
आगे.
अब myelin sheath का पर्पस क्या है? It prevents the intermixing of signals because the messages are conducted in the form of electrical signals. So the signal of one neuron should not be mixed with another one. Otherwise, your whole system would be disturbed. Okay?
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Then
miss.
at the end, we have, or sorry, here we have dendrites, which receive the nerve impulse from some neuron.
Okay,
Or maybe these are connected to some receptors.
ठीक है miss.
Okay. Then these are the branches that connect the neuron to another cell. Now there are three types of neurons. One is called as motor neuron, one is called as sensory neuron, another is called as the mixed neuron, or you can say that it is an intermediate neuron or relay neuron. Okay, as the name indicates, it's related to senses. Means your eyes, your ear, your tongue, hand. Mean it senses something. So these are connected to receptors, and they
Okay.
they they take the signals to the brain. Okay,
Sensory neurons.
sensory neurons.
ठीक है.
Sensory neurons take the nerve impulses from receptors to the brain or the
Brain.
CNS.
Okay.
Okay, CNS.
CNS.
Okay.
ठीक है miss.
Then in brain there are relay neurons, or in CNS there are relay neurons. They translate the message, or they connect the motor neuron and sensory neuron. Now, what is motor neuron? They take the messages or the response that is produced by your brain to the effectors. Now, effectors are muscles in our
What are
body.
effectors?
Effectors might be muscles or effectors might be glands. For example, let's say if you touch something hot, you moved your hand really back. You move your hand back. Why? Because of the movement of your muscles. So
Miss
response,
वो तो sensory neurons signal नहीं देते पहले के.
आपने touch किया ना, the signal is then taken to brain. Brain is going to interpret it and
Yes.
now going to send message. So that message is brought by
Brain.
motor neuron. मोटर न्यूरॉन ब्रेन से मैसेज लेके आ रहा है. ठीक है.
ठीक है.
कहाँ पर? आपके मसल्स में. मसल्स ने क्या किया? फौरन से मूव किया. ठीक है. अब ग्लैंड्स किस तरह हो सकते हैं? नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल इफ इट्स रियली हॉट, so you have sweat glands, so it would start sweating. Okay. Or if something or some dust particle goes into your eyes, the tear glands produces tears to remove that dust particle from the eye.
Okay.
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 So the effector cells might be your muscles or might be the glands. Okay. Are the three types clear? Are their function clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now, how do we differentiate these three cells? It's all about, sorry, it's all about their position of the cell body. In motor neurons, the cell body is present on the top or in the very start. In mixed neuron or intermediate neurons, there is no, you can say, the cell body is bigger. Let's say the cell body is bigger. And the axon is not covered with the myelin sheath. Look, here we have myelin sheath, the blue one, light blue one. Here we have the myelin sheath, but here there is no myelin sheath. So there is a shorter axon sometimes. Okay, in sensory neurons, the cell body is present in the center. Let's say this is connected to receptor and this one is connected to next neuron. So the cell body is present in the center. Okay.
ओके मिस मतलब ओके
Okay. So next one is reflex arc. What is reflex arc? How your body is going to react or respond to a certain change. Okay.
फॉर एग्जांपल हीट वाला जो आपने
Exactly,
दिया
heat wala. Now there are two type of
ओके
responses that can be generated by your body. One is voluntary and one is involuntary. Now what is voluntary response? Voluntary response is under the will of a person.
हाँ और
Means
इनवॉलंटरी
whether you want to raise your hand or not, whether you want to sleep or not, whether you want to eat or not, whether you want to talk or not. That is the voluntary response. It's a conscious decision under your will. Okay? And when
ओके
we talk
ओके
about the involuntary, for example, heartbeat, you cannot
हाँ
stop heartbeat. You cannot stop digestion.
यस यस
It it happens automatically in your body. Okay? So
यस
when we talk about the reflex arc, it
बस
is an
ब्लिंकिंग को भी नहीं स्टॉप कर सकते वो भी इसमें आ जाएगा
sorry.
ब्लिंकिंग ब्लिंक आई ब्लिंक
Yes, blinking is involuntary.
हाँ
Okay, what I was telling. Reflex arc.
रिफ्लेक्स आर्क
So reflex arc is an involuntary response,
हाँ
and it is a very rapid response. Once for example, when a very strong light hit your eye, you automatically closes your eye. When some sharp light hit your eye, you close your eye.
हाँ हाँ
Okay? So that is a
यस
reflex arc.
सो
Clear?
इट्स इनवॉलंटरी
Involuntary and very rapid. So if you touch something hot, you move your hand really rapidly.
या
If you
एग्जैक्टली
touch something sharp, you move your hand rapidly. Okay. Now
हाँ
there is a certain pathway which is very important because it is important with respect to your MCQ part and structure questionnaire. It's an important one. Now, very
हाँ
first thing in the reflex arc is the receptor. Receptors detect the response from the sensory organs. What are the sensory
ओके
organs? Give me 2 minutes.
आईज नोज ईयर्स लिप्स
Lips,
टंग
tongue. There are 5
सॉरी
senses, name them.
बस 5 है नहीं 5 हाँ 5 ही है
Name the 5 senses. So,
सी
the 5 senses
हेयर
are sight, hear,
साइट हेयर सी वो तो ये हो गया टेस्ट
taste,
और स्पीक
touch, and
Okay.
taste, not speak.
सॉरी
Okay? So
Okay.
these 5 senses are the important one, and these detect any change in the environment. Any change in
Okay.
the environment is called stimuli.
uh,
Environment is called as stimuli.
हाँ
So the receptor cells detect the stimuli from the sensory organs, and the nerve impulse is passed on from sensory neuron to the relay neurons, and then relay neurons to motor neurons,
मोटर
and as a result the effector cells, muscles or glands are going to act. So this
ओके
pathway is very, very important. Let's talk about this. What is the first thing? There are receptor cells in these. Then it is passed on to sensory neurons, then relay
then relay
neurons,
neurons फिर
then
motor
motor neurons, and last one is
organs
muscles, effectors.
ठीक है
Okay? Clear till here?
yes miss
And this diagram is very important. MCQs में बहुत ज़्यादा दफ़ा क्वेश्चन आ चुका हुआ है ये, बहुत ज़्यादा दफ़ा.
ठीक है
कि आपने pathway
discuss
बताना होता है, what pathway is the correct one. Sometime you need to label it, sometime you need to mark it,
make
what
it
is the correct order. You should
अच्छा
know the
बनानी
correct
तो
order.
नहीं पड़ेगी
No, 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 you don't have to.
ओके
Okay. Then the next topic is the very next important